Now let's get to my favorite segment of the week. Segment that causes me a little pain this week. It doesn't even feel like a this week's wins. Feels like a this week's L's. And I would put Nate Landwehr on the graphic if I could. But yeah, it's this week's wins. Sad one this week. Real sad one. Not a happy this week's wins. Not a happy this week's wins. Very upsetting, honestly. Very upsetting. Let's start. We started off the card hot, man. We really did. Our starter pack was going gangbusters. Okay. Our starter pack was looking good. Started off on FanDuel. I was like, oh yeah, let me put a little quick 5 spot on this. Little Kennedy KO, little Hooper sub, little 2 minus bets into a plus 208, something light just to start off the night. I just figured 5 cards, 5 fights on the early prelims. 2 of them are finishes, and it looked like the first 2 were finish heavy. So it felt right. So I went with those 2 and ended up paying off. And you know me, if I do it on one app, I got to do it on the other most of the time. So I had to do it on DraftKings too. DraftKings got it too. Doubled it on DraftKings. Had to do it. The odds weren't as juicy, plus 167, because, DraftKings likes to do that sometimes. But hey, we still brought some money home. And that's all that matters. Then I gave you guys this pick on my parlay. I had to indulge. I had to indulge with my boy. So not only was he in the parlay, but I had to take it straight. And I had to go with my boy, Michael Chiesa. Michael Chiesa at minus 140 average. Had to throw a little money on it. Took home basically $100 on it. Thank you, Michael Chiesa, the only person to make me money this card. Appreciate you, my boy. Appreciate you. You're the only parlay piece to do your job. Well, everybody else did their job except for one. It was just, a tough night for everybody else. And there were such big favorites, it didn't make sense to take them straight up most of the time. So that's what happened there. And then from there, we kind of just lost all night. Just all night for the rest of the way. All night for the rest of the way. We lost on Durden, we lost on Weidman, we lost on Brown, we lost on Sterling, we lost on Garimbo, we lost on Reyes Smith because we took TKO round 1 and ended up being TKO round 2. It was just an awful night from there. We lost on Nate Landwehr, more to come on that. And then we finally got a little ray of hope, a little ray of light. We had a little Doug Nasty win. Bryce Mitchell, let's go. TKO or points, minus 320. Had to do it. Had to take the safe route on it. Was going to go just points. Thank the Lord I didn't, because that would have sucked. So Bryce Mitchell, nice little win. And then, I tried to go with, I didn't go with the parlay piece. I didn't go Gon decision. I was too worried. I went Gon KO. It didn't work out. Lost there. Went with Ian Machado Gary. As we know, he ended up losing unanimously, but it was 48-47. But he ended up losing, so we lost there as well. But then we got to the main event. And I had 3 options on this. I had Asakura decision, I had Pantoja decision, and I had Pantoja sub. And thankfully, Pantoja came through a little bit. Came through just a little bit. And that's it. And those were all the wins. Sorry if you took the one more round parlay. I promised to win this week, and Nate Landwehr screwed us so good, having the worst performance he's had in such a long time. Let's take a look, shall we? DraftKings, so close. So close. Would have brought home like 300. Chiesa, Reyes, Mitchell, Gon, all hit. And then Nate Landwehr sold us. Sold us so good. And not only did he sell us on DraftKings, he sold us on FanDuel. Got us both ways. Even used the boost on it. That's how confident I was in it. And of course it lost. Goddamn. As soon as the main card started, it was hard to get back up for the rest of the card. It was tough. It was tough, man. It was tough. It was a tough go. But Well, we had a little bit of positives to show for it because we know the UFCP units segment is a go because the UFCP units parlay was damn near great. A couple of tweaks and this would have hit. A couple of tweaks and this would have hit. Okay? If we did Dominic Reyes KO or fight ends in KO, we would have won because that would have been true to the UFCP units parlay instead of Anthony Smith. And if we went Shavkat Rakhmonov KO or on points, we would have won. Or we could have just done fight ends in points. Even though it ended in KO in the simulation, it was just so unbelievable that I probably would have went points. So yeah, it was a tough one. It was a tough one. The UFCP units parlay was damn near a go. 4 of 6, 4 of 6. But we're getting closer. We're getting closer every week. So let's hope. Let's hope this week is more fruitful. What are we gonna have this week? We're gonna have Buckley and Covington on that card, on the UFCP units card. We're gonna have Billy Q and Swanson, Petrino Jacoby. I think that's it. It's gonna be a 3-fighter. Yep, it's gonna be a 3-fight UFCP units. So very likely to more likely to hit than the 6 one we had. A 3, a 3 is gonna look nice. 3 is gonna look nice. Petrino Jacoby, Swanson Quarantillo, and Covington Buckley. So look out for UFCP units this coming Friday. Watch out for that. But yeah, that is gonna do it for this week's wins. Unfortunately, that's gonna do it.